Are you being serious right now? You're gonna make me defend the Overwatch team? You're gonna make me defend Blizzard? Not something that I like to do, and I don't want to do it, but you're forcing me to do it. Fine, let's do this. What's up, guys? I'm BTC. To be clear, this video is not directed at any one person. That's just a joke I wanted to use for the intro. I've actually seen more than a few people talking about this subject on a variety of places, like the forums, my Discord, and elsewhere, about the lack of content in Overwatch 2. And I have to ask, with all sincerity, what were you expecting? Did you actually believe that Blizzard was going to include every single new character that they had finished and they were going to put it in the beta? Did you expect that they were going to include every new map? The purpose of a game beta is to test the general performance and stability of the new code. It's not to reveal absolutely everything new that's going to be coming with the sequel, expansion pack, DLC, whatever you want to call it. Now, there are plenty of legitimate criticisms that you can throw at Blizzard with the lack of content that Overwatch has gotten over the last 2 years, the terrible events, and just the lack of communication and all that sort of stuff. There are plenty of legitimate criticisms, but when it comes to the Overwatch 2 beta, again, were you expecting them to just reveal everything all at once? That's not how betas work. That's not the purpose of the beta. Normally, this sort of thing wouldn't be an issue, but since Blizzard has spent the last 2 years not adding anything of substance to Overwatch, obviously people are going to be upset. But the fact of the matter is there are other characters that have been finished, or at least close to finished, that are supposed to be released with Overwatch 2, and they also have a bunch of other reworks that were not included with Overwatch 2 beta. Like, I'm talking the Overwatch 1 characters. I believe, well, rumor mill anyway, says there's at least 2 or 3 other reworks that have been done for characters that haven't quite been implemented yet. So I don't know how much of that is true, but we definitely know that there are going to be more characters that are going to be added. But again, the purpose of the beta is not to reveal everything. And something that people seem to keep forgetting is the fact that Overwatch 2, 90% of it was supposed to be the PvE campaign mode, with only 10% of it being new PvP stuff. Yeah, we're going to get maps and stuff that are related to the campaign, but that's what Blizzard has been working on for the last 2 years. Again, you can criticize them for doing it, but that's what they've been working on. They had to create entirely new maps just for that campaign. They had to have new abilities, the talent trees, which we know they scrapped and redid at least once. They have new dialogue, new cutscenes, new enemies with all kinds of special abilities, new character models, all that sort of stuff. All of that for the campaign mode that we don't have access to yet, and it's probably not going to happen until later this year or possibly even early next year. Yeah, I know, they're taking forever. That's a legitimate criticism. I get that. But remember, with the Overwatch 2 beta here, with the PvP, that's only a very tiny slice of what Overwatch 2 was supposed to be. And yeah, you can say it's a mistake for them to do that and blah, blah, blah. I get it. Whatever, okay. But realize that the Overwatch 2 PvP aspect of it is not going to have all that significant of a change because most of Overwatch 2 is the campaign mode that we haven't even seen yet. Now, personally, I'm really looking forward to the PvE campaign modes because I was a big fan of Left 4 Dead back in the day, and I actually like some of the archive missions for Overwatch. So I'm looking forward to that. I know that many of you might not be, and you couldn't care less about that sort of stuff, and you only want stuff with PvP. But again, remember that a lot of those maps that they made for the custom PvE campaign mode, those maps haven't been revealed yet. Also, keep in mind, there's an entirely new competitive mode that we haven't even seen yet. And I'm not even talking about the push with the robot thing. We already had that, and you can play it on the beta and all that sort of stuff. There is an entirely new PvP mode that is done that we haven't seen yet that they're going to be added. But again, there's no reason for them to reveal all of that right now because the purpose of the beta is to just kind of test out the new stuff, the performance, the stability, and all that sort of thing. And again, I don't like having to defend Blizzard, but I don't know what people were really expecting. Yes, Blizzard has been screwing up a lot with the lack of content and all that stuff for the last several years. I get it, but that's not the purpose of a beta. So we're gonna get more content. There's an entirely new competitive mode that's going to be added. There's more maps, there's more characters, more reworks, but it's not gonna be revealed just yet because they need to have more stuff that they can announce when they're ready to actually start selling the game. Look, the bottom line is this. When it comes to Overwatch, Blizzard has made a lot of stupid mistakes. What I think probably happened is they announced Overwatch 2 thinking they were going to be able to get it done by a certain time, and then that didn't happen, and they weren't even close to getting it finished, and it just kept dragging on and taking longer and longer and longer. And Blizzard's fault here is they should have realized that, and they should have admitted it a lot sooner than they actually did. And they should have started releasing some of that Overwatch 2 content, like the maps, or maybe the new character like Sojourn. She's probably been playable for quite a while now. They could have added that stuff to Overwatch 1, and then it wouldn't have been such a big problem when the beta came out, and it seems like it's quote-unquote lackluster because it's missing content. Now, as far as the beta itself goes, I like the changes that they have so far implemented. I prefer the 5v5. I like the fact that there's more emphasis on the individual performance rather than having to rely entirely on your team. There are still a couple of issues with more than a few issues with character balance. Some characters are way too strong, some are way too weak, some are just complete garbage. There's problems with the support role just being way too weak. And there's just all kinds of, there are a lot of issues that still need to be addressed with it, but I do like the reworks for Doomfist, for Orisa, for Sombra, for Bastion. Bastion is actually a lot of fun to play, which is something I never thought that I would actually ever say. So there are good things with the beta, but again, you have to realize what a beta is for, and it's not about revealing every new piece of content. A big thanks to all the Paragons and other channel members for all your support. If you'd like to become one and grab some cool rewards, click the join button down below. And remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.